Hey everyone. So last year I was a student at UCLA and I was studying meditation. And during a few of the classes, we did get into a few mindfulness acronyms. And I find these to be very useful. And I wanted to share just a couple of them with you guys today. I find these acronyms to be incredibly useful because I oftentimes find myself in my own head, overthinking, overfeeling everything. And it's nice to be able to just take a beat, take a few minutes and just stop. Um, and that's the first acronym is S.T.O.P. So the first thing we're going to do is stop. The second you realize you're in your own head and you catch yourself thinking, maybe you're feeling angry, maybe you're feeling irritated, maybe you're just annoyed, maybe you're tired. But the second you can just stop, I often think of like being overstimulated and being able to just, whoa, catch myself and then take a few. That's the next thing we're going to do. We're just going to stop. We're just going to take a few moments. That's all we're going to do. And the next thing we're going to do is observe the now. So observe your current situation in your body. So in your body, what does the temperature feel like? Is there tension? I often carry a lot of tension. I notice in myself, I carry a lot of tension in my upper body, especially up in my shoulders, in my neck, my facial muscles. I notice I carry so much tension just in my upper body alone. So being able to stop, take a few moments and observe like how I'm feeling, like, and then the last thing we're going to do is proceed. So after you've stopped, you've taken a few beats and you're observing like how are you feeling? You're just kind of checking in with yourself. And then that kind of disillusions the whole experience of whatever it was you were currently feeling. At least that's what I find for myself. Like if I'm experiencing heavy anxiety and I'm able to catch myself in the moment and stop and do this practice, it changes the rest of the day. So once you've stopped and you've gotten to that P, you can now proceed and move on to whatever it was you were doing before, just a little bit more mindfully. And the next acronym that I have to bring up is R.A.I.N. And something one of my instructors told me was it's like the weather, your emotions. You know that they're going to change, or weather patterns. You know that it's going to change. So the next acronym is R.A.I.N. And this is similar to STOP, but it's a little bit more in depth. So STOP, I think of that if I'm somewhere like at work and I need to kind of compartmentalize my feelings or whatever it is that's going on up here. I need to like deal with that at some other point. But right now I'm just working. So stopping is great to use at work. However, R.A.I.N. is great to use um, if you can allow yourself a little bit more time. So if you can do this at home, that's even better to process and be able to just explore. Give yourself that time. So the first thing we're going to do is the R. We're going to recognize the emotion. So it's kind of like stop. We're going to like, whoa, okay, what am I feeling? The next thing we're going to do is allow yourself to feel. So you're not going to run away from your feelings, which is why you should not do this exercise at work. If you allow yourself to feel what you're presently feeling and pay attention to what you're feeling in your body. The next thing we're going to do is I investigate. And this is where you need to be curious, not judgmental. So notice the emotion in your body and then notice how that's affecting your body. It might be a lot, but try to sit with it if you can. And the last thing we're going to do is non-identification. So this is the most useful mindfulness skill, I think, is being able to separate yourself from the thoughts that you're having. So this feeling or these thoughts, they do not define you, who you are as a person, which is beautiful. I think that's one of the most beautiful things about meditation is being able to separate that chaos and everything that ensues the chaos and causes more chaos in your mind and then your actions if you're not mindful, if you're not careful about your actions and your reactions, being able to do that practice where it's like, okay, just removing yourself from what it is you're identifying. So you might notice you feel angry and you're like, this is anger. Okay, I felt that. I allowed myself to feel that, and it kind of just went away once I like allowed myself to process it. But these are just a few of the mindfulness acronyms, and I really am a fan of these, especially S.T.O.P. But R.A.I.N, if you can do that in the privacy of your own home, or with your therapist, or these are great tools to have. So I hope this helped you. Let me know if you try these out. Yeah, let's keep practicing.